and welcome to my channel. My name is Erin, and I am a clinical aromatherapist here at Erin's Herbs. On this channel, I teach you step-by-step how to make your very own skincare products from the comfort of your own home. If this is something you've always wanted to do, you're in the right place. So let's go ahead and start creating. Today I'm going to show you how you can make a homemade toner for oily skin. This is a beginner-friendly formula, and this toner will help to remove any excess oil or impurities from the skin while balancing the skin's natural pH. To start making this toner, I'm first going to be weighing out some distilled water. It's important to use distilled water versus tap water because the impurities have been removed from distilled water. This will help to gently cleanse the skin, balance the pH of the skin, and moisturize it. Next, I'm going to go ahead and add some witch hazel hydrosol. This will help to cleanse the skin, reduce irritation. It will also balance the oil production on the skin while also hydrating it. Rose water is a great ingredient, and that's why I'm adding it in this formula. What rose water has is it has 5 different vitamins in it that are very wonderful for just overall great skin health, but more importantly for oily skin. So the first vitamin that it contains is vitamin A. Now, vitamin A will help to exfoliate the skin, reduce the appearance of pores and acne scars, and it's also going to regulate sebum production. The second vitamin, vitamin B, will balance sebum production but also hydrate the skin. The third vitamin, vitamin C, helps to reduce inflammation, protect the skin from free radicals, and it's also going to help to regulate sebum production. Next is vitamin D, and vitamin D will help to calm bacteria overgrowth. It's anti-inflammatory. It regulates sebum production as well. The last vitamin is vitamin E, and that's going to protect the skin from damage. It's also going to help to soften the skin and lock in moisture. After adding the rose water, I'm going to go ahead now and add some glycerin. This is a humectant, and it's very effective in hydrating and moisturizing the skin, but yet it's also going to help to improve the skin's barrier. To prevent the growth of microorganisms like bacteria, mold, and yeast, I'm adding what's known as a preservative, and the one that I am using today is Liquidermal Plus. This is a broad spectrum preservative, and it will help to keep my toner safe from any contamination that could potentially irritate my skin or cause infections. And this is something that you always want to incorporate into your products, especially if it contains water or it comes in contact with water. Now that I have added the preservative, I'm going to go ahead and stir this really well. I want to make sure that the Liquidermal Plus is evenly distributed throughout the toner, and this is going to leave me with a very effective but yet stable product. It's now time to go ahead and check the pH of this toner. You can either use the pH strip or the pH meter. I am using the meter today. You want to make sure that the pH for your toner is at 5, and that is ideal for face toners. If for whatever reason yours goes above 5, you can use a 50% water and 50% citric acid solution, and just make sure to retest each time you add some of that solution. All right, so now that I have my pH at a good range, I'm going to go ahead and just add this to my spray bottle. This formula does make 4 ounces. And it's going to be something that you can use daily. It's going to help to prepare the face for any other products like serums or creams that you might want to use. And you're going to apply this right after you clean and dry your face. Use this first and then follow up with the rest of your skincare products. So here's how I apply the face toner. I use a round cotton pad, and then I'm just going to spray a couple drops and apply it to my skin. Now I'm applying it to my hand here, but this toner should be applied after a clean, dry face. It does dry very quickly, and it will not leave the skin feeling tight or dry. Before I end the video, here are some substitutions for the toner. Instead of glycerin, use propanediol 1,3. For the witch hazel, use niacinamide. In place of rose water, you can use either extra distilled water or orange blossom water. And for the Liquid Germal Plus, which was the broad spectrum preservative I used, you can use any broad spectrum preservative that is approved for use in skincare. Just make sure that it can be used in water-based products. So thanks for watching, and if you'd like to see more DIY formulas, don't forget to like and subscribe.